We on? We live? Is it happening? Cracking bevies?
Cracking brews.
Road pops?
Yeah.
VCW Hearts Wrestling, episode 27, we think?
Yeah, it's 27.
Mobile edition. On the way to San Jose. By way of Seattle. Also not San Jose, but rhymes are rhymes. What are we doing?
Going to San Francisco.
Gonna get our dick sweat in San Fran.
Gonna get it nice and slimy. Like a slug. A pants slug.
That's what I look for in a sexual encounter. Slime.
Slime. Gooey. Ooey gooey.
Ooey gooey. Fresh
Soft and chewy.
I was going fresh and fruity. Soft and chewy works just as well.
You know what? Soft and chewy? That's what I look for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a cookie that's a soft word. There.
You got your cookie?
Put it in you.
Soft and chewy.
Put it in you.
So, this is the Don't Show review. I'm Scott.
I'm Drew.
I'm Kelly.
There we go.
Kelly wasn't here for the first part.
But he was here for another part.
Kind of by force.
The sexual part.
Yes. Also by force. So Kelly definitely watched the Dome Show, so I figure those are all the qualifications necessary to do this part. You didn't predict things, but who cares?
That's overrated.
That's overrated. Although, I feel, for a while, I think last year was the first time we did a Dome Show review.
Yeah.
We always just did previews and then just left it.
And we just leave it.
Or
Or
we
we
just
like,
you be the judge.
yeah, and then we joke about it the rest of the year.
Yeah. But we've really tightened up the mast. I mean, I'll be using I'm going to be using ship metaphors for the rest of the session. So yeah, we really tightened up the mast and the jib lately. What with doing the Dome Show reviews in addition to previews now. Really got our shit together.
I mean, this is the fastest we've ever done anything, so I think it's looking up for us. It's not 9 months later.
How long till we get to episode 50?
50? Oh,
50.
We're never getting that far.
We did
29 is our max.
Okay.
WrestleMania review, and then we'll completely lose any interest in doing this.
Correct. Yeah, besides WrestleMania and Dome Show, we do between 0 and 1 other podcast a year.
Yeah.
Which is pretty good.
Sure.
It's better than some. It's better than almost everyone who doesn't podcast. Which is most of the world.
Compared to most of the world.
We're basically in the 1%.
Oh. Are we gonna...
Occupy Red Robin?
Yeah,
We're gonna occupy Red Robin.
So...
Thus ends the preamble.
It was a big show.
It was a big show.
There was nine show matches that we reviewed. 10 if you include the pre-show battle royal that nobody cares about.
Yeah.
Other than Dan, who
Okay.
marked pretty hard.
Well, that did have a pretty good surprise
Yep.
entrance. Yeah.
Yep, definitely. I will say that the Rumble was exactly what you expect it to be.
It's what it is every year.
It had some people in it that we like and some people that we didn't give a fuck about.
It would have been nice to have like a couple more surprise-ish guys.
Yeah, some more older dudes.
Some
or
more
like
Scott Nortons
comebacks
and
or
Great
something.
Kabukis and Hiro Saitos.
Yeah.
Also, to the Royal Rumble, proof that anybody can get booked in Japan now.
Yep.
If Jushin Liger finds you amusing.
Yes.
And-
Or if you're Gino Gambino.
Yeah.
Or if you're Gino Gambino.
And apparently, anybody can be in the Bullet Club, even someone you've never fucking heard of.
That's correct.
Yes.
Jesus.
Multiple people you've never heard of.
Yeah, I had forgotten Chase Owens was the thing.
And then there was that other guy from New Zealand who I'd never heard
Gino Gambino.
Gino
Yeah,
Gambino.
Yeah.
And then the other Haku-san,
And the other Hakusa.
who's not good. He's super green.
Yeah.
But it was because
Tall and lanky.
somebody got hurt, remember? And he just had to keep taking their spot on the
Yes.
card.
Yeah.
Was it Omega?
I guess
When
it was
Omega hurt his knee.
Yeah, I guess it was Omega. Yeah.
Who do we have? Lots of other, trained professional wrestlers who have several years experience. No, that guy's big. Just put him in.
He's big.
See what happens. So, yeah, I think the Rumble was exactly what it was. Nothing super special. We got to see Cheeseburger, which was great because he's the best.
when the UWF music played and Yamazaki stood up from the commentary booth, I was like, holy shit. But then Kakihara came out, which is still cool. Yeah. Like, cancer survivor.
Yeah.
Who I believe he weighed 106 pounds.
Oh, yeah,
here.
He was so skinny.
He had nothing on him.
Yeah, real frail.
But
didn't really take anything.
No, I don't think he could.
Yeah, like he was very protected.
And he was cool. He was like full on representing UWF/UWFI like all the way because he had the Sakuraba rash guard. He had the Takayama T-shirt.
Yeah.
And all kinds of stuff. So
UWF kick pads.
Yeah, UWF kick pads. Yeah, so that was all very cool. And it's cool he won. It's weird they had him go over Cheeseburger at the end and not a heel.
Sure.
I think it's because Cheeseburger also was the only person in the Rumble who weighed less than him, maybe.
That's true. He's the only guy who made Kakihara look big.
Yeah.
Definitely made him look tall. Like, he looks super tall and lanky, and Cheeseburger's like a tiny little Mitch motherfucker.
Yeah. Little twink. Little twinklet.
Real twinky.
Oh, didn't... was it Kyle who we were watching with who, like, was asking, like, A, can there be black twinks, and B, are they called twinks, or are they called, like, ding-dongs, or some other, like, darker Hostess product?
Yeah. So the first match on the card, official card, was...
Hold on, star ratings for the Rumble, please.
Well, we gave it NAs, so 1.
And Meltzer gave it?
Meltzer gave it...
I want to say
1.5?
Yeah. I'm fine. I'm comfortable with 1.
Yeah, it's nothing. It's fine.
Kelly's also comfortable.
It's a nothing match. Like, it's just there for fans to be like, hey, look, Tenzan.
Nakanishi looks like everything he does hurts.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Tenzan appeared to be working on 2 broken ankles.
Yeah.
Yes.
Tenzan, who's going to die at any moment.
Yes.
But we've been saying that for years.
Yeah, but it's going to happen. Like,
we may not know the timing, but it's going to happen.
What if he lives to be 95?
What if he buries us all?
What if he wrestles until he's 70? He's the next Dory Funk.
I would love to see Tenzan Dory funking it up. Still doing moonsaults, sometimes onto his own head.
Yeah. Still dyeing his hair.
Yeah. Man, we were watching the show, we were talking about it. The upkeep on that hair. Cost prohibitive.
Just shave your head again.
Yeah, pretend they're giving you a main event push again and shave your head.
Yeah.
And then give up on the main event push and go back to crazy dyed mullet.
Yeah. So yeah, the first official match on the show was the junior tag, the Young Bucks versus the Don't Call Us Tempura Boys, Roppongi 3K.
Yeah.
You, Scott, gave the original or your preview of 3 3/4. Yeah. I gave mine at 3.5.
Yeah.
Mr. David Meltzer gave it 4.
Yep.
I thought this match was fun.
Yeah.
And it had awesome psychology of partners' backs that hurts, so they take turns kicking the other person's partner in the back.
That was...
Even though one of the Tempura Boys was Shoot Hurt.
That was a great spot. Yeah, so like...
Shoot Hurts his back.
Yo's back was fucked, and Matt Jackson's back was
and then
fucked.
Still just like, well, we're gonna do this.
Yeah.
Just back-kicking guys who are actually hurt.
Yeah, so yeah, the psychology of the match was great.
Rocky Romero took a stupid powerbomb on the...
Oh my god, yeah. Rocky Romero takes a running powerbomb on the ramp just cuz.
But the run was completely unnecessary.
It was a saunter.
It was run, stop, powerbomb.
Yeah, it was great.
Just to get him closer to camera view, that's all. Yeah, it was fun. It was pretty much exactly what I expected it to be.
Yeah, it was maybe slightly better than I was expecting. I'm debating between the 3 3/4 I predicted or 4. It's in there. It's in the 3 7/8 range.
I gave it 3 3/4.
Yeah.
I thought it wasn't the best junior tag match we've seen in the last however many years, like at dome shows. I still thought it was good.
Yeah.
I think the Roppongi kids still need a little bit of polishing.
Yeah, they've got good potential though.
Yeah, they definitely do. But yeah, I say 3 3/4. A little bit up from my 3.5.
Yeah. Yeah, it's right in there.
I would say 3.5. I think I'd be fine with There's some parts I missed because I think I was on the phone because I got a phone call I think during that match.
Okay.
But I don't know. From the most I saw, I liked it. So.
Yeah, it was good psychology. It's the Bucks in New Japan, like the last 6 months, have been all like, hey, like we can do psychology, we just don't sometimes because it's fun.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is them proving like they know how to work tag team matches, and they do,
Yep.
and they're really good at both. So yeah, I'll stick with 3 3/4. I'm very very torn. It's very close to 4.
Fair. So the next match was the Never Trios tag.
Yes, it was.
Which was, I don't know, Bullet Club and Suzuki Gun and Chaos and other random faces and
LIJ.
Like, who gives a fuck? So you gave it a 1 3/4.
Yep.
I gave it a 1.
Yep.
Dave Meltzer gave it...
So Meltzer rated each
part
match in the gauntlet.
So he gave the part 1, which would have been LIJ and faces, random faces.
Was it LIJ?
Was it not?
Did they go all the way? Oh yeah, they're
Yeah, because the
champions.
The finals was Bullet Club and Chaos.
That's right.
Right. Okay.
So I think the first one was LIJ and...
Oh yeah, sorry, Bullet Club were champions.
Yeah, it was LIJ and random faces.
Yeah.
LIJ went out.
Yeah.
Then it was... I want to say Chaos.
Chaos?
Chaos ran through everybody else.
Yeah.
So it was Chaos.
Yeah, Chaos won like the last 3 in a row.
It was Chaos and LIJ. No, it was Chaos and Random Faces.
Yeah.
That ended super quickly.
It was like 30 seconds.
And then it was
with a Yano.
And
pin.
then it was Chaos and Suzuki Gun.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then it was Chaos and Bullet Club.
Yeah.
So Meltzer gave LIJ and Random Faces 2.5. He gave Chaos and Random Faces a dud. Oh no, it wasn't Random Faces. It was War Machine and and
War Machine
Elgin.
and Elgin. Yeah.
And he gave... Oh, and LIJ wasn't in it.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, so it was Taguchi Japan.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Right, yeah.
Taguchi, Makabe, and Juice.
Juice.
Yeah.
Right.
So he gave Elgin and War Machine versus Chaos a dud.
Yeah.
Then he gave Chaos...
Because that was the 30-second one.
Yeah, then he gave Chaos versus Suzuki Gun 1.5. And then Chaos versus Bullet Club 2 3/4.
Yeah.
So the average star rating of the gauntlet was
1 11/16.
1 11/16.
Which is just about 1 3/4, which
Yeah.
is right about what I predicted.
Yeah.
I guess it's in there, like, nothing
It wasn't anything spectacular.
Nothing good happened.
Yeah.
Did it?
Not really. I mean, like, the last stretch was fine.
Yeah, I guess the last stretch was fine, and like Yano got a couple of fun pins.
I'm going to say something dumb.
Okay.
Yano, for me, automatically adds a star.
That's fair.
So my original 1, which had no optimism in the match being even watchable, for me, Yano brought it up to 2.5.
Okay.
He had some really funny stuff with him and Fale, where he was trying to beat up Fale and then realized he couldn't and immediately ran to the corner and undid the turnbuckle and then was doing just a lot of like loud asshole stuff.
Yeah.
He's great. I love him, even though he's a shitty wrestler. So yeah, for me, I give it 2.5.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, I'll give it 2. It was, on the whole, it was there.
Wait, was Ishii in this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ishii fucking gave the brainbuster to Fale. That was
Yeah!
They teased that quite a bit.
That's why it's 2.5.
Yeah.
That was good.
That was crazy.
Yeah, Ishii deserved a hell of a lot better than this match. It's nice he at least won.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then lost it back the next night.
And lost it back the next night, as the Never Trios titles are wont to do.
Yes, they deserve that. And then, sorry, did you give it a star rating, Kelly?
What was the 1 1/4 or whatever? Or was the...
He averaged it out pretty much like 1 3/4.
Pretty much 1 3/4. I give it 2, Drew gave it 2.5.
I'd give it 2, actually, yeah.
Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah.
The next one was Cody versus Kota Ibushi.
Yeah.
You and I both gave it a 3
Yeah, because Cody was in it.
because Cody's in it, and that's Cody's.
Every match Cody has is 3 stars.
That's Cody's, MO. And Meltzer gave it 4 1/4.
Yes, he did.
What?
That might be high. It was a lot better than 3.
Yeah.
Ibushi was fantastic.
I mean, Ibushi's fantastic in anything he does.
Yeah.
And I enjoyed Cody more in this match than I have in pretty much anything else he's ever done.
He did a good, like, heel, bullshitty heel, kind of like...
Did some great the stuff with Brandy where
Yeah.
she took the bump and
That's great.
then he fucked him. And then how about the fucking crossroads off the apron to the floor?
That was
Gross.
disgusting.
That bump was gross.
Yeah.
That's
was
not
crazy.
how a man's body should land on the floor.
No. Yeah, that was nuts.
But yeah, I enjoyed Cody way more in this match than I have in pretty much anything else I've ever watched him in.
Yeah.
Nothing in this match was...
And credit to Ibushi on that,
Yeah.
because he's a big part of why.
Yeah, nothing in this match was bad. Like I don't remember them blowing anything or
Nope,
anything
neither.
looking awkward or. I enjoyed it way more than I thought I would.
Me too.
I don't know that it's definitely not a 4 1/4.
No.
Like I think I gave it 3 3/4.
I'm in the exact same spot with this as the junior tag.
Right.
It's 3 3/4 or 4.
Or 4. Yeah.
Was it better than the junior tag? Is the
No.
question. No?
I don't think so. No, you know what? I don't know. That's a tough call.
Right?
Because the
But I-
psychology in the junior tag was really good.
Yeah.
But the spottiness of this match
This was more spectacular.
was
Yeah.
better.
Which is surprising. Like we're saying, like more spectacular than a Young Bucks match.
I know, right? But yeah, I'm sticking with 3 3/4.
Yeah.
I'll say 3 3/4.
Yeah, it's right on that line. Because, like, in theory, in terms of, like, the adjectives you'd use, like, in the 3s are, like, good approaching great.
Yeah.
And, like, 4 is great.
Yeah.
4.5 is excellent.
Yeah.
And 5 is all-time great.
What's 6?
Oh,
6
fuck
is,
off.
well, 6 is Okada Omega 1, Okada Omega 3. 6 is actually 1/4 less than Okada Omega 2, and 1/4 better than Tanahashi Naito at the G1.
Right.
Does that answer your question?
That answers my question perfectly, sir. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Happy to do it.
So the next match is, I don't know, I guess the match I deem the worst or second worst, I don't know, which would be the tag team title match of KS versus Evil and Sonata.
Somebody liked this match more than us.
So you gave it 2.5.
Yeah.
I gave it 2.
Yeah.
Dave Meltzer gave it 4 fucking
4
stars.
stars.
He gave this match
That we fast forwarded through.
that we
Yes.
fast forwarded through
The only match on
the
the show we fast
same
forwarded
as
through.
the junior tag.
Yeah. That's right.
This match was
So I don't know what we were missing.
garbage. Like, the only part of it I enjoyed was KS beating up the Young Boys on the outside. Because
Yeah.
they were being real mean about it. They're both big dudes, and they're little tiny trainees.
Can we talk about KES's gear?
Yes, we may. They had gear that was not their usual gear.
No. Lance Archer,
Formerly Lance Hoyt.
formerly Lance Hoyt, formerly
Dallas.
Dallas, was wearing his Dallas
gear.
his early TNA horse shit.
Like, manager / tag team partner of Kid Cash.
Kid Cash, yep.
Who sucks. Who sucked then and sucks now.
Yeah,
But he might be on more juice now, so he might be a little bit better.
sure.
Do you think he can still do a moonsault and a Van Terminator at this point in his career?
God, he did a Van. Yeah, goddamn.
And he used to do like the Terry Funk bitch out moonsault.
Yes, he did. I hope he can. And that wasn't the most interesting gear.
Nope.
Because his partner, Davey Boy Smith Jr., was wearing some Davey Boy Smith Sr. gear, which could be cool if it wasn't the jeans with the rolled up cuffs that Davey Boy Sr. wore for 6 months before he died. As a result of those jeans. Those jeans killed him, I'll say it. I'll be the first to say it.
I'm glad somebody's speaking out about it.
Investigate 311.
311. The band?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Are those the jeans from the Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants?
Yes.
Sisterhood of the Traveling Davy Boys.
So yeah, I don't know. Of all the choices, is that your dad's only gear that you kept? Bad choice.
Maybe he died in the other stuff.
Maybe he was buried in it. Maybe it was an El Santos situation where he was buried in his mask and cape.
Yeah, in all of his gear, every piece of gear he owned.
By the way, it's in my will. I want to be buried with my gear as well.
Done. God, yeah, this match was shit.
So yeah, I like Evil and Sonata a lot.
Me too.
I like them both.
Me too.
They both had an awesome G1 and like really like stepped up their stock, and so they were in like a semi-prominent match on the show. So that's good. They're probably. I'm assuming they were both in like the Never Gauntlet last year, so they've moved up. But yeah, like this match was largely the big white people beating the shit out of the smaller Japanese people and various ringside people for a long time.
Yep.
And then there was a comeback and the small Japanese people won. And that was it.
As a surprise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, the work was fine.
I guess. The work was nothing. The work was just big dudes doing big moves to small guys. And, like, there was no... Like, I know we weren't really paying attention and we fast-forwarded through a part of it, but, like, I don't remember Evil and Sonata even really getting, like, hope spots or, like comebacks or anything.
There was not much of this match. And I seem to remember when Meltzer and Alvarez were talking about because Meltzer hadn't given star ratings yet, but just the way Meltzer was talking about it, Alvarez like seemed kind of surprised the way Meltzer was talking about it. It's like, oh, you really like this, eh? And yeah, I don't know if anyone else did as much as he did. So I'm not sure what he saw that we didn't.
No idea.
But I'm giving this 2 3/4.
Wow.
Which might be too nice. But
I don't know. I mean, you can give it whatever. I honestly thought it was worthless.
Yeah.
So I'm going to stay with my 2.
All right.
Just because of beating up young boys will always get marks for me.
Yeah.
So...
I literally don't remember anything of this match, so, like, I'll give it a 1.5.
Okay.
That's reasonable. It deserves whatever you give it. So here is when you and I were recording the preview.
Yeah.
This was the last match on what we thought was the crappier side of the card.
You get the shit out of the way.
Usually the first part
before the big 4 or 5 matches.
Usually the first part of any Wrestle Kingdom is kind of just like, these are the guys that we need to get on the show.
Yeah.
Sorry you have to sit through Jeff Jarrett wrestling, but here's this.
And even like last year is remembered as an amazing show.
Yeah.
Last year is the top 4 matches and that's it.
Yes. Which it is most years.
Yeah, but
I mean, the junior
like,
tag...
junior tag at the beginning, but then like the 5 matches in between, worthless. Like
worthless.
Last year, because there was like the
time filler.
The Gauntlet again. There was Cody Juice, which sucked,
which was awful.
There was Kyle O'Reilly, Adam Cole, which kind of sucked
a little bit.
Like it was better than Cody Juice, but like it was nothing and had a weird finish that no one expected. And yeah, like that show was all about the top 4 matches.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So this one was for the Never Openweight title.
Yeah.
Which Minoru Suzuki and Hiroki Goto, you predicted 2 3/4.
Did not have the highest of hopes.
I predicted 2 3/4.
The reason for this is because I'm going to say every Suzuki match last year that was not against Okada,
as soon as he won the Never title,
was dog shit.
Because it was bullshit run-ins and lumberjack matches and quote-unquote death matches, but was literally...
Some of which were against Goto, so we had... A precedent had been set.
Yes.
And they sucked.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I guess it'll be better than the suck ones, because it's the Dome, but it's going to be 2 3/4.
Yes. Well, yeah, I mean, like, outside of matches with, like, Okada or, like, I mean, a couple other matches during the year...
But pretty much just Okada.
Like
the Okada title defense and the Okada G1.
Yeah. Like
maybe 1 or 2 other G1
It was almost like
it.
Suzuki was like, I don't feel like wrestling the rest of the year, so I'm just gonna fuck around a bunch.
Yeah.
Which is exactly what he did. So there's no reason for us to expect anything from this match.
Yeah.
Dave Meltzer gave this match 4.5 stars, I agree with Dave Meltzer. This match was awesome.
It was
pretty good.
great. Suzuki was a fucking savage.
Lunatic.
The fucking forearms.
The forearms,
Just.
there was like right towards the beginning when he gave him like the hangman's choke.
Yeah.
And it was like he straight up like choked him out.
Yeah,
and then
if it wasn't a death match per se, like, that would have been it.
Yeah.
Like, Goto could not defend himself at that point.
Yeah.
Like, the match was over.
Like, just, he was savage the whole time, and then there was, like, those moments where, like, Suzuki was hitting him real hard, Goto wasn't hitting him hard enough back, and, like, Suzuki was definitely giving him the, like, fucking hit me, and so, like, just the trades back and forth, and, like, yeah, like, the forearm shots to, like, the jaw for both of them, just,
It was brutal.
It was brutal. It was amazing. It was a great match.
Like the sounds they made.
Yeah. Yeah. It was definitely the best match on the show up to this point.
Yes.
I believe that's what Kyle was like. That's how you do it. No slap in the leg.
Yeah.
You hit him so it makes a sound.
Yeah, Kyle is anti-leg slap.
You're ruining the business.
Yeah, hit him hard enough so it makes the sound anyway. That way you don't need to worry about slapping.
Kyle's not a Cedric Alexander fan.
He is not a man. Cedric likes them slaps.
But I mean, like, everything about this match, I mean, they even did have a little bit of, like, fucky, like, run-in, but it wasn't the usual. Like, it was just,
yeah, because, like, the gimmick was, like, everyone's banned from ringside, but then, like, there was, like, a ref distraction or something, and Taichi or something
it was, yeah, like, the other three dudes, like, Taka and Desperado and Kanemaru, tried to, like, run in, and all the young boys, like, stopped them at the guardrail, and then Taichi slid in the back, and with a chair, but then Yoshihashi ran out and dragged him down, and then whatever, and then it went into the finish. The only thing we had talked about during the show was how much Goto's new finisher sucks.
I don't care for it.
And it really sucked when he gave it to Suzuki.
Yeah.
Like, it did not look that good.
Like, if the match had been exactly the same and he'd hit his older finisher, the Shoten Kai, instead of that, I would have much preferred it.
Yes.
But everything happened in the right place. It's just the actual move that was used is none of our favorite.
Yeah.
It's such an indie move.
It's an indie move, and it's, I don't know, to me, it's just not impactful enough.
It's like a finisher.
It's just like a throwaway move as like a counter.
Yeah, I think I wouldn't even mind if he just used it mid-match.
Yeah.
But, like, it's way less cool and impactful than his previous finisher.
Yeah.
But, yeah, that aside, it was great, and Suzuki is a maniac.
Star rating?
4 1/4.
Yeah, I'd probably say 4 1/4.
The next...
And you're
I'm going 4 and 4.5. Oh, cool. Yeah, 100%. So... The next one is where we would anticipate that the show would start.
This is when we thought it would pick up, but it picked up one early, so great.
So this is the 4-way junior tag of Hiromu...
Junior singles,
sorry. Hiromu, Ospreay, Marty Scurll, and Kushida, which on paper is great.
Yep.
In the preview, you gave it... Sorry, my phone closed. You gave it 4 1/4.
Okay.
I gave it 4.5.
Yeah.
Dave Meltzer gave it 4 3/4.
His second favorite match on the show.
I will concur that it was 4 3/4. I loved everything about this match, other than maybe like 1 or 2 small weird things. But I think every guy performed incredibly well. Babyface comeback Hiromu was the best.
Yeah, are LIJ faces now?
Sort of, yeah.
Because they're basically in the tag titles.
Yeah,
they were basically faces against Lance and Davey Boy.
Yeah,
Hiromu was the biggest face on the show in the 4-way.
When he turned around and came fired up as a babyface, like the crowd popped.
Yeah,
the crowd was excited, and also too, like his gimmick and character is very facey.
Yeah.
Married to a stuffed animal cat.
Yeah.
Wears like a weird furry coat to the ring.
Yeah.
And it just has like weird facial features, and like he just acts like a kind of a weird kind of nerdy child.
He's lucky it's New Japan and not WWE.
Yeah.
Because if it was, he would fall into the trap of never do anything funny.
Because that's your life.
You'll be doing it for the rest of your life and nothing else.
Yes.
Yeah.
He would be Santino in WWE.
Yeah.
He would be Junior Santino.
Santina?
Maybe Santina. Maybe they put him in a wig. Although it kind of already looks like he's wearing a wig.
Yes.
So it's fine. Yeah, this match was great. Everyone got the shine. One thing that was interesting I heard that was sort of a valid point is Kushida, who is maybe the best overall wrestler of the four,
Yeah.
almost got lost a bit in it.
Yeah.
Because everyone else was so big.
Yeah. Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like he's like, in terms of all the stuff that happened, the guy you remember the least is Kushida.
Yeah.
Versus like Ospreay, Skrull, and Hiromu, all of which had like, memorable stuff. The one Kushida thing that springs to mind is the powder spot with Marty, where Marty threw powder at him and then like hooked him for hooked him for a suplex or something.
Yeah.
But then Kushida's like, "Oh, we're in suplex position," and then he just fucking hits a small package driver.
Yeah, and then he's like, it doesn't work. Like,
which is great.
yeah. I feel like, Hiromu and Kushida hit, like, their stuff.
Yeah.
Like, with each other. And then Skrull and Ospreay hit their stuff together.
Yeah.
Like, their spots that they do.
Yeah, they always do. Skrull and Ospreay always do that. Catch the Oscutter attempt with the chicken wings so nicely.
Yeah.
Always looks so good.
I mean, they've practiced it and done it so many times. I say 4 3/4. This is my highest match on the show.
Interesting. Actually, it will. Actually, now that I say that, I think it's tied for mine, so that's reasonable. 4.5 for me.
I'd say I was gonna say 4.5.
After that, we have the Intercontinental title match.
This was my favorite match on the show. Said nobody.
Of Jay White and Tanahashi. So
nothing.
Going into this, you and I didn't really know enough about Jay. I mean, we'd seen Jay White, but he hadn't really done anything.
Certainly at this level.
So you were very optimistic. You were very. You set the bar high.
I believe I was cautiously optimistic.
You said 4.
I did say 4. I thought I said 3 3/4. Four is straight up optimistic.
I went a little bit more on the I don't know how much faith I have in this at 3.5 stars.
Yeah.
Dave Meltzer gave this 3 3/4.
Too high.
I'm going to make a bold comment here.
Worst match on the show.
This match was a dud. I'm dead serious.
Oh, you're serious?
This match was a dud.
Oh,
and I'll explain to you why this match was a dud.
In terms of not achieving, yes, it's the biggest dud on the show.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And the reason it's an absolute dud for 2 reasons. Number 1, can you remember anything that happened in this match other than the finish?
I can.
Kelly can. Go ahead.
And it might up the rating for me in the sense that Tanahashi has fake hair.
Oh,
and
sure.
it stayed on the
Sure.
entire time.
That's true.
At some point, it did kind of flop forward.
Yeah.
But it did stay on.
But there's in a match that has essentially, maybe not right this second, but your number 2 star.
Yeah.
And there's literally nothing in that match that does anything.
I think there was a high fly flow to the floor.
There was a high fly flow to the floor, sure.
That's all I got.
But I think also is that it kind of exposed how unready Jay White was for the push.
He was not ready. He didn't fuck up.
no.
But he did nothing to help.
But he did nothing to help himself. And I think it exposed how fucking hurt Tanahashi is.
I was just going to mention that because there was times where I think Tanahashi got lost in the match. Because I remember Jay White going up top to wait for something.
Yes.
And then Tanahashi just didn't do
hopped
anything.
down off the top and went back to him.
And that happened maybe another time.
That was
I think.
weird. Yeah.
Tanahashi looked his age.
Yeah.
He looked like he was protecting himself a lot. He looked like he was kind of not just himself.
Yeah.
So for me, it's a dud. Yes, there's worse matches to watch on the card, but I think the position
none will disappoint you more.
Position on the card, the star power that's in that match and like the history that Tanahashi has in big matches, I think for me makes this match a complete dud.
Let's look at Tanahashi's last 5 Dome shows before this. Okada 2013, Nakamura 2014, Okada 15, Okada 16, Naito 17. All well above 4 stars.
Yes.
Some 5 stars.
Yes. 86 stars? I don't think so.
No 6s, unfortunately. But you can't win them all.
But yeah, I think it was a dud. I think it's a completely forgettable match that was... Guys rushed into the position that he wasn't ready for. Injured Tanahashi, who couldn't really do, like, couldn't be himself. Just nothing memorable about it.
And what do? Keep the belt on injured Tanahashi.
Of course.
So he can get brutalized by Minoru Suzuki next month. That's going to be interesting.
That is interesting.
Like, on paper, that match is great, but I don't know. Like, I am not confident in Tanahashi.
Yeah.
I am confident in Suzuki now, which is the opposite of what it would have been a month ago.
Absolutely.
Which is weird.
And then I think the thing with the next night was having Jay White join Chaos.
Yeah.
Not like Chaos really fucking matters, but to me, that makes it seem like they realized, shit, this didn't work. Let's just put him with all the baby faces that people like, and maybe that'll build him up to where we want him to be.
Yeah, and what's interesting is because the next thing is him and Omega.
Yes.
And I don't know, maybe we would also talk about this in the Omega match, but I don't know if you saw, like, the New Japan cards, but the Jay White Omega is on, like, the first or second show of the tour. Because, like, they're doing, like, 2 bigger shows with title matches as the first 2, and then as the last one with a bunch of shit in between.
Yeah.
But Omega is only on those first 2 shows.
Sure.
He's not booked on the rest.
Oh.
And I heard that, like, maybe his contract is still in the air. So, I don't know.
Royal Rumble. He's in the Rumble.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, we're calling it now. He's in the Rumble.
Just like last year. Yeah, so I don't know what's going on there. But, so maybe Jay wins the U.S. next month?
Sure. I mean, at this point, who gives a fuck?
Who cares?
Yeah. I mean, there's so many titles that mean nothing.
Yeah.
But, anyways, back to the show.
Yeah.
What do you think of the match?
Yeah, I see where you're coming from. I will rate it, like, on the work and not on its underachievement and wasted potential. I don't even know it's wasted. I don't even know if that's the right word. It's just disappointing. I think it's just disappointing for a Tanahashi Dome Show match is what it is. Yeah, it's like... Could I call it good? Good is 3 stars, basically. It really wasn't quite good. It's like 2 3/4.
Yeah, I was gonna say 2.5, 2 3/4.
Yeah,
would be my rating. Yeah, I mean, we watched the whole match, and
nothing is so unmemorable.
Because we talked throughout it, but we were still watching it.
Yeah, we're watching it. We watched everything.
It was just like, okay, is that it? Like,
yeah.
Okay.
Such a letdown.
Yeah.
So now we're into the co-main events, which of course is the U.S. title match, which is Kenny Omega and Chris Jericho.
Yep.
You said 3 3/4.
Yep.
I, for some weird reason, went higher at 4.
Okay.
I think I was just hoping for the best. Dave Meltzer can go fuck himself. I hope he dies in his sleep. In his late 80s.
I hope his kids don't have a father at Hanukkah.
Yeah. Fucking never mind. I mean, you can like a match as much as you want. There is nothing
as T.I. taught us, you can have whatever you like.
You can have whatever you like. There's no way that is a 5-star match.
No.
It's not even the best match on the card.
I don't think it's the best match on the card. No.
But he rated it as the best match on the card.
Did. And when I heard him talk about it, I'm like, he's talking about this, A, like it's his favorite match on the card, B, like it's 5 stars. And
you were right.
Both of those were accurate.
I mean, I think it was exactly the match we thought it was going to be.
Yeah. And it was, to their credit, like the right match.
Yes. Yeah. They played to the strengths.
It's the best you're getting out of a 47-year-old Chris Jericho.
I was going to say, like, I think there was way too many high expectations for this match from a lot of people, because I think a lot of people were like, oh, this is going to be like the Chris Jericho of 94 when he's doing triangle moonsaults to the outside and Jericho spikes. Like, no, he's fucking 47 years old. Like, that's when, like, because everybody was like, when it was announced, everyone was losing their minds for it. And I'm like, you know, Jericho's, like, and it's not that Jericho, I mean, Jericho's older, but he's, like, one of the smarter guys who's able to keep his body in shape and, like...
Besides his chest.
Yeah, that's weird.
That's not his own fault. That's not his
chest
fault, though.
thing. But, like, he takes breaks and stuff, right? So he can still go and he can still work even at 47. So, I mean, and it was, like, a good match. And it's, and I think it delivered what it should have. But I, like, the fact that I think some people are, like, I think a lot of people are
fetishizing
overrating
Jericho.
it. Like, it was good, but it wasn't, like, I think I said, like, at the end of it, like, this isn't something I would write home about.
Yeah.
Like, it was good and everything, and it was what it was, but it wasn't. Yeah, it is not a 5-star match.
It's also not something that you ever really need to go back and rewatch.
Yeah.
It's not something that in like 5 or 6 years we're going to be like, hey, I wonder if Jericho Omega still holds up. You're going to be like, nah, that match is okay. We don't need to watch it again.
It was 5 stars, and it was an all-time great match, so
Sure.
too bad.
7 stars.
And I kind of got the
7 stars.
feeling it was almost like a very WWE work style kind of match a bit. Like, not an exact style one, but I've definitely kind of saw little bits and pieces of that in there, which, again, isn't a bad thing.
Yeah.
But I just kind of got that feeling when watching it.
One highlight of the match was Don Callis catching Kenny Omega on a dive
With his leg.
With his leg. That was pretty ridiculous.
Yeah. That was good stuff. Apparently, Omega was supposed to go over the table, and Callis was supposed to full-on catch him.
Oh.
But he undershot.
Disappointing.
Which, that was a far way to go, because it didn't seem like he undershot. He still got a lot of distance on the dive.
Yep.
So...
Got to Rob Van Dam that shit, man.
Got to Van Dam it.
Star ratings?
Star rating. And the other thing I was going to say was, again, to their credit, and everyone's credit on the show, what's so nice and what makes it possible to watch a 6-hour New Japan show and not kill yourself, as opposed to a 3-hour Raw, which is literally unbearable. Everything's different.
Yeah.
Like, there's different stuff up and down the show. Like, Suzuki Goto is different than Okada Naito, is different than Omega Jericho, is different than the Junior 4-Way, which makes it such an easier watch than everything the same pattern bullshit over and over. So,
same psychology, same match structure.
Exactly. Yeah. Everything's nicely varied. Like, within their own little genres, things are similar, because, like, the New Japan main event style is always similar.
Yes.
But, like, up and down the card, like, there's nice variety, so that's a big plus. And this obviously added to that, because this is way different than anything else in the show. We were debating if Jericho was going to take One Winged Angel. I figured he would, but I didn't figure he would take one of the best ones I've ever seen onto a chair.
Yeah.
So that was cool. And also his reversal out of an earlier one into the Walls of Jericho was really good.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That was like a smooth reversal. So yeah, it was a good match. I'd say it was better than the 3 3/4 I predicted.
Mm-hmm.
I'm again on the fence between 4 and 4 1/4.
Okay. Did you hear about the entrance that he wanted to do that got taken away from him?
Jericho or Omega?
Omega.
Because he still got an entrance.
He still got an entrance, but that is not the entrance he wanted.
Did he want there to be a 2-scale pyramid involved?
There was a pyramid.
Yes, my man!
There was...
Kenny Omega, Egyptologist.
There was a bunch of extras dressed in, like, Egyptian slave costumes lining the ramp, like, bowing down and, like, on their hands and knees, like, praying to him as if he was a god.
Why the fuck didn't they do this?
And somebody within the company was like, no time, too much work. You just get to wear your stupid costume, which apparently he requested, like, the costume.
Yeah.
But he wanted something different than what he got. Okay. Like, they made it way more cosplay than he wanted it to be.
That's all Japan knows is cosplay.
Like, the headpiece wasn't what he wanted. Like, it was too big and, like, elaborate. Like, guess he wanted something that like fit his head better.
Okay.
And so he just sort of was like not really thrilled with the whole thing. But yeah.
That's too bad.
It's no mechanical dinosaur, but
It's no mechanical
Oh, yeah.
dinosaur. That was good too. So yeah, is it 4 1/4? Fuck.
I mean, I said 4 in my prediction.
Yeah.
I don't know that it. I want to say 3 3/4,
Yeah.
but because I think I was one of those people that was being way too optimistic. I'm fine with 4.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't hard to watch.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't. I thought it'd be sloppier, or that I thought it would just be like more brawling and not really wrestling.
Yeah.
I think also because we went off of the if Jericho can't have a good WrestleMania match with AJ, can he have a good Wrestle Kingdom match with Omega?
Yeah.
I'll stay at my 4.
I liked him beating up the ref's son.
Yeah.
You know what? For beating up a boy, I will give it the extra quarter. I will give it 4 1/4.
Yeah, I'm kind of torn between 3 3/4 and 4.
It's in there. It's all
Yeah.
hovering around
Yeah.
4. Whether at, just below, just above.
I'll say 3 3/4, but I wouldn't be mad if it was 4.
Yeah.
If anyone else said it was 4, that's fine too. But I'll
Which I did.
Huh?
Which somebody did say 4.
Which Drew did.
Yeah,
I said
you
I said
did.
4 1/4, so I assume you're mad at me.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're a piece of shit, so.
Too high.
Too high.
All right, this leads us to the main event, which was the IWGP title match, which is Okada and Naito. Scott Henson, you gave it 3 3/4.
I think 4 3/4.
Or 4 3/4. My bad. I gave it 4 3/4.
Because I think this was the discussion. It's arrogant to predict 5.
To predict 5.
But we both kind of thought in our hearts, like Okada Omega last year.
Yeah.
We thought, I think it's going to be 5.
Yes. David L'Chaim Meltzer gave it 4.5 stars.
Yes.
This match had a weird opening
Yeah.
of
Yeah.
like a lot of miscommunication.
They blew the tie.
They blew a tie up. Then there was one other like
Weird spot
confused
running.
spot that they like repeated and did
Yeah.
right the second time. So that was weird.
That was real weird.
I don't know if it was nerves or what. Like you'd think both guys would sort of be over the nerves.
Naito's finally main eventing a dome show,
I guess
or co-main eventing.
co-main eventing. He only co-main events.
Yeah, that was a little weird. It did get like better, much better.
Oh, yeah,
it went from weird opening shit to like up there.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think it's either guy's best match they've had this year.
I think it's both guys' best match this year.
Really?
Yes. And by this year, I mean 2018. And neither guy has done fuck all of anything
In the
else.
last calendar year.
Oh, then absolutely not.
Yeah, sorry. That's kind of more what
I'd say Okada's had 10 better matches
Yeah.
than... That said, all those 10 incredibly high-end matches.
Yes. And like, even Naito had several matches that were better.
Yeah, Naito Omega G1
Yeah.
finals,
Yeah.
and probably most of the Naito Tanahashi's last year.
Yeah. Definitely higher up.
Were better than this. Yeah.
Also, new gear for Okada.
Pants!
With
Weird pants.
like Arabian carpet frilling on the side.
Yeah.
So it was a fine fringe.
Yeah, he's a fancy girl.
He was definitely a fancy girl on this show.
Weird choice. I don't know a lot of people that go from like essentially huggers, or like a little bit longer than huggers.
Kind of bikers.
I guess, yeah. To full length baggy pants.
Yeah, we thought
Although tight at the top,
They're
baggy at the bottom. They were bell bottoms.
Yeah, we thought they were entrance pants, but then they just stayed on. Yeah, Kyle, who we watched with, was not a fan. He's like, "Where's the puffy bikers?" Kyle likes it when the wrestlers look like they're wearing a diaper.
Yeah.
That's fair. That way you can poop in the ring.
Big into that adult baby lifestyle. So after the opening weirdness, like the match definitely picked up, and standard great second half of a New Japan main event.
Yeah.
Great pacing, as all Okada 30-plus minute matches are. This went 36, I think, and was a very easy to watch 36.
Yeah, it really flew by. Like it didn't seem like a long drawn out.
Like Omega Jericho was 34 and this was 36, and Omega Jericho, while it didn't drag either, did seem longer.
Yeah, definitely.
So I definitely still like this a lot. I almost wish I had watched it again. Alvarez was saying he watched most of the top matches again, and he said that he liked Omega Jericho more than we did the first time. But he said Omega Jericho was exactly as good as he thought it was the first time, and Omega Naito and Suzuki Goto were even better the second time. So it'd be... I don't think we'd go much higher on Suzuki Goto. I think we got how good it was the first time.
Yeah.
But I'd be interested to watch Okada Naito again and see if it's better. But that all said, I still thought it was really good, and I believe maybe for the first time in these 10 matches, I will say the phrase, I think I agree with Meltzer on this one.
Sure.
And I'll give it the 4.5, which phone fell down. We're good. Still got it. We're back. Which along with the junior four-way ties for my highest rating.
Yeah, what do you give? Sorry, what notes are you giving?
4.5.
4.5.
I'd say it was that. I mean, it was. I just did that first beginning part still weirds me out. I'm like, what
I agree. We're just like, what's happening?
And I was like, I hope this is not a sign of things to come.
Yeah,
but then,
thank God it was.
Thank God, they really picked it up. Although, like, the finish, it was like, what the fuck else is there for Okada to do?
Well, we'll do star ratings, and then we'll get into that, because I think there's some conversation to be had.
All right. So I'll say 4.5.
4.5, and that's your highest for the show.
That's my highest. Yeah.
I'm kind of torn between 4 and 4.5. I think,
but not 4.25.
Well, no, it's either 4 or 4.5.
Those are the options.
Yes.
Okay.
Because
you work in 0.5.
Because I think I overhyped it in my head. Like I thought it was going to be so much better than it was.
Yeah. But that said, we potentially overhyped Okada Omega in our heads, and it was better.
That's true. So
like, they can rise to the occasion. This one didn't.
This one didn't.
It was a great match that still slightly disappointed, which is weird. Like it sucks when a 4.5 star match disappoints.
Yes.
But that's the standard he set, basically.
Yeah, I think if I'm going off the same argument I made about the Tanahashi match, where like,
if you're going off the Tanahashi scale, then this is probably like a 1.5 for you.
maybe. But see, this one wasn't a dud. Like, this one was a very good match.
Yeah.
But going off of like what Okada and Naito can do, it just didn't feel like it was.
This is not the best match Okada Naito can have.
It didn't reach the potential that the match could have been.
Yeah. And I feel like Okada Naito haven't hit that, because like their two title matches where they exchanged the title in 2016.
Yeah.
Both very good.
Yeah.
Neither was like the one.
No. Like they're still slowly building to the one.
Yeah.
Like at some point they will have that match where like that's what they should have had the whole time.
Yeah. And I think they will, because I feel like the one almost always does eventually happen, because I always think of the series that Tanahashi and Nakamura had in like the first half of 2014, because they did like Dome Show February, April.
Yeah.
All were good, and like we wanted them to be fantastic, and they weren't quite there, and it was too bad.
Yeah.
And then G1 Finals 2015, they had the one.
Yeah.
Easy 5 stars. Like, they can do it. It's not always going to happen, but it seems to eventually happen.
Yes.
So I hope the same for Okada Naito, be it at maybe the June show this year. Because if they do what they did last year, the June show last year was just the Dome show again.
Yes.
It was like the top 4 matches repeated.
Yeah.
Because they did like Okada Omega, Tanahashi Naito, Kushida Hiromu, and maybe a 4th one.
Yeah.
But it was all the same top matches. So maybe this will be similar and we get another Okada Naito in June. Although, I don't know. If there's another Okada Naito in June and Naito doesn't win it there, I don't know. Like, I think you're beginning to hurt Naito.
Yes.
Because I don't think he's, in theory, hurt yet.
Not really. But at what point do you make him Goto, you know? Like,
exactly.
If he keeps losing the big opportunities, you're just going to, like, make him be the guy that, like, oh, he challenges and doesn't win.
Yeah. So going into this, we had several theories going in. Dan actually had a bet going with another guy at 3-1 where
Which he lost.
And
he was super bummed about.
And I had to peer pressure the other guy to take the bet because Dan was so sure that Naito was going to win.
Yeah.
And the other guy was like, I think Okada could win. And I'm like, take the bet, pussy. And then he did. So I feel like you should give me 10 of those $20.
Sure. Did he tell you what he wants Dan to do?
I hope it's something like in ring during the show.
He wants Dan to pay him in ones, and then he wants a video of him doing like the Okada pose while Dan rains down the $1 bills on him.
Nice. That's great, and I hope that happens. So yeah, and then we did prediction for winners, but we didn't really talk about those.
Well, would you like to know who finished with a higher rating?
I would love to.
Scott, you finished with a 5 and 4.
Beautiful. I'm over 500.
I finished with an 8 and 1.
Wow.
The only one I got wrong was that I said...
As it was going along, we're like, oh, Drew got that one,
Yeah.
Drew got that one.
The only one I got wrong was I said Suzuki over Goto because I was hoping Goto would turn heel with a bald head.
Right. But yeah, you called Ospreay, which was a tough call.
I called Ospreay, I called Omega, I called Okada, I called Tanahashi.
Yeah.
And you called Suzuki, Hiromu, Jay White, and Naito.
Yeah. That's right. So you had called Okada. I was thinking you had called Okada for this. So
Woo!
I was thinking because if Okada wins, because my thinking was if Okada wins, where could it possibly go?
Yeah.
But you actually have a theory, and now that he's won, it's not a bad theory. That's of course given that Kenny Omega isn't gone 3 weeks from now.
Sure.
But providing he sticks around.
I said from the start that I thought that it was going to be a long burn, that they're going to build to Okada, Omega, next year's Wrestle Kingdom. But my theory was that they were going to break the curse of whoever. Well, first off, I thought that.
Holy fuck! I forgot the curse is still a thing.
Well,
The Bambino?
Yeah,
yeah, the Bambino.
it's the goat, Kelly.
I can't believe it. I can't
Somebody
believe it.
sold somebody for
again.
a goat.
Is this the
Yeah,
6th straight year?
6th straight year.
It's 6, right? Because 2013 Dome was the first time.
I believe so.
Because Okada won 2012 G1, lost to the Dome. 2011 G1, I believe, was Nakamura, and he didn't challenge at the Dome. So yeah, every year they've been doing it. The 6 years they've been doing it, G1 winner has never won at the Dome. The briefcase has been a fail every single time it's existed. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy.
My thoughts are whoever wins the G1, Omega beats Omega in the finals.
Okay.
Omega challenges for the briefcase at the next show.
We have the first ever briefcase change.
Wins the briefcase. But I think that he has to lose the G1 in a manner where it's like a total like bummer. Like he has it won and then just doesn't pull it out.
Yeah.
And I think it's going to be I want to say it's going to be the start of a face turn.
Yeah.
Like, I think by the end of the year...
Well, he was basically face against Jericho.
Exactly.
So.
Like, I think by the end of the year, he's going to either be a complete baby or he'll be like on the verge of being a baby.
Yeah.
He'll lose.
They've been planting him and Cody seeds.
Exactly,
for a while.
yeah. And I think getting Omega out of the Bullet...
Cody's the heel in that.
Yes. And I think getting Cody out of the Bullet Club is best for him.
Omega out of the Bullet
Omega, I'm sorry. I mean, yeah, getting Omega out of the Bullet Club is best for him. So I think he loses the G1 in very sad fashion to whoever, a heel.
Yeah.
And then...
I wonder who that would be. It wouldn't be Naito.
I wouldn't say Naito, but like, I don't know. It could be Sonata, it could be Evil, it could be, I don't know, Suzuki maybe, but, or maybe even like Cody.
Yeah.
And then challenges for the briefcase at the next show, or the show that they do October.
Yeah.
Wins the briefcase, so he's the first person to win the briefcase off of the winner. Then challenges at next year's Dome show.
And actually wins. And that's like the culmination of him being a baby. Yeah.
Because I think the crowd has come full circle on him and loves him now.
Totally.
And I don't even think...
They would have been completely on board with him winning the title last year.
Yes. And I don't think he even really plays a heel that much anymore.
Not really.
Like, he doesn't do the, like, dickish things he used to do. No. And I think having Jericho beat him up was the start of that. I think him saving Ibushi was another part of that. But I think full circle comes around. He's a super baby face. He beats Okada, breaks Okada's streak. Maybe there's some kind of like respectful handshake, hug, kissy, topping, bottoming, whatever, between them at the Dome show. And then...
Because like, as much as I appreciate what Ghetto's trying to do with Okada, which is to like make him an all-time great wrestler, like sets all the records, wins everything.
Have like another Japanese legend, like they haven't had for a while.
Yeah, because the way like Meltzer and Alvarez talk about it, they're like, in 10, 20, 30 years, the plan, and I think it's on the right track, is for him to be remembered as or he will be remembered as someone much bigger than Tanahashi.
Sure.
Who himself is an all-time great, and and has the match record to back it up. But what they're doing with Okada is like always winning the big matches and like the record-setting title reigns and all that. Like they like the plan is for him to be an Inoki-esque figure in like 70s Inoki in 2010s New Japan. But that said, I don't think he can win every single Dome show. Like Hogan didn't win every WrestleMania.
No,
so
he probably tried though.
He probably tried.
He's probably right. I think it's...
But next year would be a good one to lose.
And I think you're right. You're right that like that's definitely where they want to go with him.
Yeah.
And I think that it's an interesting challenge to make that relevant in today's wrestling.
Yes.
Because everybody has the attention span of like a 5-year-old child.
Yeah.
Everybody wants something.
Squirrel.
Everybody wants something new.
Yeah.
Like they're all. I mean, like at this point, title changes are literally just like. I mean, they're not even surprises anymore. They're just like common practice. Like, here's a title change. Here's a title change. Here's a title change.
Yeah.
So like having a guy hold the title for as long as...
What will be, if it goes to the next Dome show, 2.5
years.
It's been a year and a half now, which is huge in itself.
Which is huge,
If he lost it tomorrow, that's a huge... That's the record.
Yeah.
He's already hit the record for single reign.
Yeah. And he's got the combined reign, the longest reign of anyone.
He's had one reign for the longest amount of time, and he's had combined reigns for the longest amount of time.
So I think it's an interesting challenge to try and make that happen in the 2018 wrestling, 2016, 17, 18 world.
And it's crazy because he's only 30.
Yeah.
So, like, he's going to have the title for a lot more time before all's said and done. Like, it's going to be an untouchable record.
Yes.
For decades.
And the thing with, like, Japanese wrestlers, too, is, like, for the most part, they all wrestle late until they're, like, almost their 50s.
Yeah, if they don't get, like, horrendous injuries, they're well into their 40s.
Yeah. So, I mean, he's got a long lifespan left on him.
Yeah.
And, like, I think he will be that, like, assuming that he doesn't, God forbid, he gets hurt real bad, or like, I mean, if you're getting full on headbutted from Shibata and he's the one that gets hurt,
sure,
you might be okay. But, like, as long as he doesn't get hurt or, like, politics don't get in the way or, you know, he doesn't decide he wants to challenge, like, Nakamura and leaves, which I can't see him doing.
Yeah.
Right? I think he will be that guy. It's definitely interesting to try that now. But I think Omega and him have had, by most people's standards, like, 2 or 3, depending on who you talk to, like, of the greatest matches of the last, like, 20 years.
Yeah.
And why wouldn't you spend a year kind of building to that?
Yeah.
You know, like, you plant the seeds early on, and then you pay it off at the end of the year, beginning of next year, and then they can have a 7-star match at next year's Wrestle Kingdom, you know?
Sure.
Like, go 59 minutes and 48 seconds or something. And
That'd actually be kind of rad if they did a 59-minute match.
Yeah.
That'd be pretty cool. And, like, if any 2 guys can do it, it's them.
yeah.
Because, like, they're 60. Like, you'll never find a faster...
Yeah.
No, yeah, no stopping.
Because you and I watched the county,
Yeah.
right? And, like...
We were exhausted.
Yeah, like, into the late 40s, we're like, wait a minute, how long has this gone? And, like, holy shit, it's almost an hour.
Yeah.
And, like, oh my god, they're going 60.
Yeah.
But we didn't even think about that until, like, close to 50 minutes in. Like, that's how good the pace was. Like, at 50, we thought it was 30.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah. But now
yeah.
the question is now, too, though, is...
What does Okada do for a year?
What does Okada do for... I mean, he only has to have 3 more defenses, so...
Yeah, because
like-
fucking New Japan won't do... Look, guys, if you want him to get more records, one of them is defenses.
Yeah.
Maybe do more than a couple a year. What? Like, there's no reason you can't do one every month. besides
January,
the G1.
February, April, October. Done.
That's it.
One should be Ishii.
Well, oh my god, one should be Ishii.
Like,
He
Ishii
beat him.
deserves it.
He owes Ishii a match.
Yeah.
Ishii beat him in my 2016 match of the year.
That was I fucking love that match.
At the G1.
Yeah.
And never got shit for it. So yeah, Ishii is a year and a half overdue for a title match. And oh man, that match was so good. Because the Okada Ishii that did happen wasn't even a main event.
No.
He was like a 5th on the card in G1 and went, like 13, 14 minutes, I think. It was barely 15. And it was my match of the year, so I'm salivating over them getting a main event. So that'd be nice. Yeah, it'd be nice if they mixed it up. Like, yeah, like he shouldn't have a title match with Omega this year, if that's the plan.
Yeah.
And I question if he should have one with Naito. If Naito's not going to win.
Yeah, I mean, you're right. If they face him, like, let's say June and he doesn't win, like...
Yeah.
That's kind of it for Naito. And I mean, you can turn them faces. You really can.
Sure.
Or at least tweeners.
Yeah.
And then that gives them...
Most of them already are.
I know, and that gives them plenty of things to do for the year where he doesn't have to feud with Naito. Or with Okada.
Yeah. So, yeah, it'll be
an interesting
very
year.
interesting to see what they do. What's been nice both this year and last year, pretty much everything since the 2016 Dome show, which was like the Okada-Tanahashi match that had to happen and we knew for a year was going to happen.
Yeah.
It's been really fresh since then.
Yes.
Like, you don't really know what the plan... Like, nobody knew Omega was going to win the G1
No.
in 2016. I'd say Naito was the favorite 2017, and hey,
Sure.
sometimes the favorite wins. But yeah, there have been a lot of interesting matches and feuds. So I see that continuing.
Yeah.
In 2018.
Yeah,
so,
and I think too that they're beginning to develop new people.
yeah,
like-
like they have confidence in Sonata to have a world title match now.
Yeah, and Sonata's very good.
Sonata's great.
He's
If he got more charismatic, he'd be excellent.
yeah. If he had a personality,
Yeah.
and he wasn't just like sad face because that's what he looks like.
Yeah,
just,
he's very stoic.
yeah, just
very
like
stoic.
nothing. I mean, sure, maybe that's your character, but you still have to have like
Yeah.
some kind of something.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're like giving new guys shots, which is
Yeah.
good, and they're like, I mean, yes, they've tried and failed with a few guys, but it sounds like they're desperately trying to get other WWE guys or like former WWE guys to come over now because they realize like how big of a draw Jericho was.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know who they could get because it's not like,
I'm not sure.
well, it's not like WWE has developed any new stars in the last 10 years.
Correct.
And the ones that they have are never going to leave the company.
Yeah.
So it's like, what are you going to do? You're going to get a Rey Mysterio? Like, oh, good for you. A guy who can't do most of his moves.
Yeah. I love the I love the evolution of Ray's finishers.
Oh, yeah.
Which was springboard Rana, springboard sit on you, springboard flash, splash, then just gingerly climb up to the top rope splash.
Yeah.
Poor Ray.
Poor Ray.
He was just doing the 619 too.
And the 619.
Well, it's easy on his knees.
Yeah.
He's just got to very briskly jog towards the ropes.
Yeah, but now the jogging is getting tough, so not as many 619s either.
Yes. But now, that is the end of the Dome show.
It is.
It is completed.
Yeah.
We've wrapped everything up.
Next up, year-end awards coming soonish.
Where I will reveal to you the 9 or 10 or 11 things I have for worst storyline of the year.
Drew and I sat down and like wrote all our awards, and Drew's like, I got another for worst storyline. I got another for worst storyline. So we expect to spend most of the podcast on that award.
On the worst.
Yeah, which will be fun.
Because I hate everything.
Yeah.
Even though I'm not supposed to at this point.
And you're not wrong. You're not going to be wrong about anything you say.
Sure.
Like they are going to be bad things.
Yes.
So, yeah. So look forward to that. And I don't know. Why belabor the point? I think we're good.
Say goodbye, everyone.
Goodbye, everyone.
Goodbye.
Okada Ishii 2018.